All right, everyone, welcome into another episode of Frackin Sports. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. So, today's episode, we're talking about Solomon Tuliaupupu, who was in the same recruiting class as Trevor Lawrence. Is now getting a ninth year of eligibility in college football. So it's time to ask when enough is enough. Plus, we'll be talking about Trinidad Chambliss and Joey Aguilar and how those two also relate to that and eligibility. And also Owen Heineke, uh, OU linebacker, also just got denied his request for another year of eligibility. All that in this episode of Frackin Sports. So, before we get to that though, I want to start a new thing, especially during the off season. That because there is not as much news coming out, there's not football to talk about. Like we're gonna do mailbags, so in my Instagram at Frackin Sports, I will link it in the description also, but there or the Twitter, uh, send in questions you want answered on the show and I will answer them. So, let's get down to it. Trinidad Chambliss. The fact is that he had a medical waiver. Like he had respiratory problems at Fair State. That's where he was for the first part of his college career. And then he transferred to Ole Miss. And obviously, like he was the backup, and then he just took over and never looked back. Um, I think he probably would be a top draft pick after this past year. He looked great in the college football playoff. He looked unstoppable, honestly. And during the regular season, if he just didn't have to sit behind Austin Simmons for a couple of games, he probably could have won the Heisman, to be honest, because he was just that good. Um, but anyways, he had a medical claim waiver, like he couldn't play, and the NCAA was like, no, he didn't have it, and so he filed for an injunction. Now this was in Mississippi that he did it, so when people also this has to kind of do with LSU when they hired Lane Kiffin. So if I think he would have been denied another year to or the injunction so he could play another year if the um if Lane Kiffin if he wanted to follow Lane Kiffin to LSU because it was going to the case had to be in Mississippi, and so I don't think that judge would have been like, oh yeah, you can go. So maybe it helped a little bit that it wasn't Ole Miss grad that was the um judge of this case because it was in Mississippi. But here's the thing. Like it was it's different than like how other of these cases are like Joey Aguilar or Owen Heineke. Like it was medically like he could not play. Um and like he couldn't play and that if he, and it was bad. And so but we've seen how awesome he is, and that was at Fair State, and he could hardly play at Fair State. So, like, I think it's a little different, but we'll get into my opinion about the medical waiver and other stuff like that regarding this medical issue. Um, Later on when I talk about Solomon Tuliaupupu. Uh, but right now he's an exception, not the rule of, medical claims and stuff. So Joey Aguilar, when he sued for his injunction about his seventh year of eligibility, and his claim was that, you know, his JUCO years don't count. Like that is such a dumb argument for more years You're still playing college ball. And dude, you're like 24. Like, get a job. I don't know. You go to the NFL Combine. Like, you've been in college football a long time. About as long as I've been in high school and college combined. So I really like these players, they gotta go. I'm steadfast on that. Like, that's crazy. Um, and plus, it just it impedes on the progress of when you have other people coming into your program, like your new high school recruits. They don't get to play because they're stealing their spots. And that eliminates having high school recruiting. Like, I don't like it. Like, I love college that football because names stick around for a while and you get to know them and you get to like them. But at the same time, there is an amount where it's like, you gotta go. You gotta go to the NFL, you gotta go get a job. And that's Joey Aguilar. Like, you played at JUCO, that's still college football. Like, it does not matter. Like, Russell Wilson did the same thing, and he went to, was it Russell Wilson? I don't know if it was Russell Wilson. I'm brain farting on that now. But like, I just don't understand the thought process behind it. And it's not unlucky for him. And honestly, that the Tennessee judge made it that he was not like a Tennessee judge. Like, he could have set a precedent where then a precedent them where other college quarterbacks could have done the same thing, or other college players, I guess, because not just quarterback that keeps suing for eligibility, but just get a job, go to the NFL Combine, like stop trying to get I'm not even gonna do it, 6 or 8 years because I can't do, you get it. I can't understand this. Like, we are past COVID. It's been 6 years since the COVID year. Everyone, I came into school at 22. Like, what? And I graduated. We should not be on this, like, time of college quarterbacks being, having that COVID year. It's 5 years. Like, 5 years, honestly, is enough. So yeah, he's not unlucky. He had his time. Plus, you want to see, like, Tennessee wants to see what George McIntyre or Faison Brandon, their recruits that are waiting in the room, like waiting in the wings for them. So if you're a Tennessee fan, like, I think that this is honestly better because you get to see what your two highly touted prospects get to do in your program now, and they don't get choose to transfer out because Joey Aguilar is taking up their spot, and we'll honestly see a true quarterback competition between these two, and that's hardly seen nowadays because of this type of thing. And the transfer portal. So why do we clog the pipeline with these people that just hold on to college football? Like, it's like you're, the peaking in high school. It's like that. You peak in college football and you're holding on to that till you're 40. No, let go. It's past. Your time is past. Move on with your life. That's just how I feel about it, honestly, and I don't think I'm wrong on that. Um, so yeah, thoughts on that? I don't know. And then Urban Meyer decided to say that the NCAA is powerless, and I think this is somewhat true because the they have figured out that they want to do it in state court because like the players because it's harder for these the NCAA to win in state court than it would be a federal thing. And suing nationally. So I think this is honestly where it's kind of powerless. I've kind of thought that they were powerless for a while. And so, it's honestly they need to get it together, but I think once call, the March Madness is done, like their time of it being, NCAA basketball tournament, their hold on that, they're gonna be no more. They have no more tooth. They have no more teeth. All their teeth are almost falling out. They are toothless. Like start feeding them pudding. I don't know. um, Moving on to Solomon Tuliaupupu and his ninth year of eligibility. Guys, 9 years in college is crazy. What are we doing? Like, this is almost a decade in college football. A decade. This is crazy. And Owen Heineke or Joey Aguilar, if it's 7 years for them, he gets nine, and four of them were because he was hurt. Cry me a river. I don't care. Like, it is honestly absurd to me because this guy is so old now. He'd probably be too old for a rookie in the NFL. So I think this is crazy and we gotta stop this. It's gotta be at 6 years maximum in college football. I think six is a little too much. Five is the sweet spot. Um, so yeah, he's at Montana now, obviously. But 9 years in college football, that's crazy. At what point do you say, I want to see what's out of this young kid? And so this 26-year-old, you're competing against 19 to 22-year-olds, and you're 4 years older at minimum. This is crazy to me. Is it not? Am I crazy? This is get a job. That is what this is called. Get a job. Stop holding on. Peaking in high school. Like I hate this. I hate it with a passion. Like the COVID year, we should not have any more of that. Like I know I already talked about this, but this is irking me to my core. On Heineke, he got denied. He played another collegiate sport, then switched to football, and he's getting denied. And honestly, good. He's an OU player. I like OU. I went to OU. I should be like, why didn't he get it? No. Once it gets past a certain point, it's absurd. And so, honestly, good. They denied it. But they need to set a precedent and not let something like this happen. This is outrageous, and I just do not like it. So, obviously, I went on a little bit of a rant about how much I really do not like this college football just letting these kids walk all over them and be like, oh, I want another year of eligibility. I want another year. I want another year. I want another year. When will the NFL step in? I think this is what they need to do. Is they need to step in and say, like, this is your cutoff. They need an age gap. Obviously, you gotta play 3 years in college to be drafted. You can't be drafted any earlier. But then at like a certain age, we're like 23, 24. Like at the end of your, if you reach 23 at that season, that's your last year automatically. Like if you get hurt, availability is the best ability. And so if you keep getting hurt every year, I don't know. It's something you're doing. And if you think that's just not fair, guys, sports isn't fair, life isn't fair. I don't know. That's just my take on it. And I hope y'all agree. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Again, we will be doing mailbag. Gonna start doing mailbags this week. That will be today's this is Thursday episode. So this will be for Monday's episode. Sunday? Monday? Sunday. Sunday's episode? Monday's episode. I don't know. I forgot my recording schedule, so but it will be for then. So make sure you shoot in the Instagram and the Twitter what your questions are, and I will answer them on the show. And that is what we will be doing this next episode. So, hope y'all liked this episode. Also, make sure you subscribe, it would really help us out. Uh, it's free, just shows us that you like this stuff. Okay. Um, and yeah, have a wonderful day and God bless. Peace.